Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Kriti Gupta, getting ready to start a trading week with stocks near all-time highs. But it's not just stocks, Kriti. So's Bitcoin. How are digital asset-related stocks doing this morning? Good morning.
Good morning, Nathan. Well, Coinbase is getting all the rage this morning, or all the attention. I should say COIN is your ticker, higher by about 4%, $323 a share. Bitcoin at a record, though. So it's really that reflection that you're seeing in the cryptocurrency that's showing up in some of these cryptocurrency stocks. So all of them, MicroStrategy, among other kind of crypto names, are all rallying. But I think Coinbase is the one to keep an eye on, given that it is your biggest pre-market mover to the upside, also one of your biggest heavy volume movers as well. I want to stick with maybe some of the momentum stocks, I think the way we can call them. Nvidia and AMD, though, not having such a good day. NVDA is your ticker for Nvidia. Those shares down about 0.9%, trading about $181 a share. AMD is your biggest downside mover in the pre-market, at least in the S&P 500, down about 2.2%. AMD is your ticker, trading at about $169 a share. Again, seeing a lot of volume. This is all coming on the reports that AMD and Nvidia are now going to be giving 15% of their revenue that they're getting from selling chips to China right back to the U.S. government, being met with some kind of mixed reactions globally in terms of whether this is a good or a bad thing. But nevertheless, we're definitely seeing some pain when it comes to the share prices. Keep an eye on how that bleeds into the other semiconductor stocks, and certainly the Philadelphia Semiconductor Index, the SOX index, throughout the session as well. So those are two stocks really to keep an eye on. There's another sector that we don't talk about very often, Nathan, and that is lithium stocks. Yes, they are all the rage this morning. And this is all coming because, again, we take our focus right back to China. Looks like China is halting a major mine that provides lithium. Now, I'm just going to give you a little bit of background here. This is an ongoing issue in that part of the world where lithium oversupply is a big concern. So there's speculation here that Beijing is trying to do this to tackle the overcapacity. The read-through, though, shows up in the likes of EV stocks, because at the end of the day, if you are driving an EV, you need a lithium battery.
In the battery, yeah.
Exactly. So that's really where you're going to see the ripple effect. But for right now, even though they are trying to tackle overcapacity, it's actually having a positive effect on some of these lithium stocks. So Albemarle, which is the main one that you want to keep an eye on, ALB is your ticker. Shares are high by about 11% this morning, trading at just shy of $84 a share. There's another one called, I'm just going to not even attempt the name here because I can't pronounce it, but SQM is the ticker, higher by about 8%. This is a Chilean company that has their ADRs here in the States, but Albemarle and this Chilean company are the two big ones that have that most exposure. But again, keep an eye on the Fords, the GMs, anything with that EV exposure you want to keep an eye on. So that's going to be a crucial one as well. I'll wrap it up, Nathan, with one last one.
Okay.
Freeport-McMoRan, higher by about 2%, trading at $42 a share. Remember, this is one of the biggest copper stories that has that weighting to it. They are getting an upgrade over at Morgan Stanley, raised to overweight, saying that there's a little bit of relief when it comes to the tariff picture.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.